young brother, I'm very honest with you. The Kenyan population, like this group we've coded to be named GenZs, they are GenZs who are very honest in their cause. In fact, the initial people who started the Gen Z movement, that age group, they are very honest with their cause. But now, if I might take a typical case like the previous demonstration, I can tell you it has been overtaken by other interested parties that are not Gen Zs. Like if you see, if you are very keen, we had almost, if not 3 but 4. We have the commercial demonstration unit. We had the shoppers who wants to go to shop without paying a penny. We have the political interest, and we have the. I really appreciate for another opportunity you've given to me to expound on 1 or 2 things that affect Kenyans.
Yeah.
Literally, I'll equally still say SHA works. The only difference is whenever a new thing comes into town, people are always very skeptical about it because human beings are always inertia in how they think. 2, when it comes to SHA, SHA has enormous benefits as compared to NHIF. 1, you realize that SHA caters for other critical diseases that were not being catered for by NHIF. 2, subscription given out in SHA is pegged on income per capita of an individual. It is not unanimously graded equally to everybody. Because like if you realize like in SHA, if at all you earn 1 million shillings, it is calculated based on your earnings. But if at all you are earning 6,000, it's equally the same. But with NHIF, if it was 300, it was across the board. So literally you realize that coffers could not offer much. And NHIF at that point in time was holistically paying for the beds. But SHA surpasses that. Equally, you have to realize that at the end of the day, SHA is able to cater for even the people who are not endowed in the family, so long as they've taken an effort of trying to tap into that scheme. Now, you realize that there are people who are still saying SHA is not working. That one to me is realistic because at the end of the day, we don't have the same mindset. And majority of Kenyans, they always want to listen to what they hear. There are people who've never taken a step of trying to investigate whether it works. But the people who benefited directly will literally tell you that scheme is working. And so when we give them benefit of doubt, you just have to give them time. At any given time, they'll encounter the same issue. And then with that, they'll realize SHA is working. Even though it cannot per se work for everybody the way everybody wants. Because there are people equally, per capita wise, they are down. So if you want them to give out subscription to be consistent so that the benefit is SHA, at one point it is a challenge. So like the majority who are saying SHA is not working, there are those who are having scapegoats, but there are those people who still believes it will not even be about SHA. It will be about them being served without factoring anything in the scheme. Yes.
Mimi nataka uelezee diseases zilikuwa covered na NHIF.
Yes.
Na SHA.
Yes.
Ni gani na gani?
Literally, let me tell you, like now I'll only pick one. NHIF wasn't covering for cancer, but SHA is catering for that. Yes.
Everything, chemotherapy,
it
screening
covers for that. The only variation is that it cannot cover for everything. But any given time, you'll realize it covers almost 60 to 80% of the billing.
Right.
Yes.
Hebu turudi kwa siasa. Tumekuwa juzi na maandamano.
Yes.
Ile ya Gen Z demonstration.
Yes.
Ukiangalia hiyo maandamano, 80% ilikuwa uwizi, 20% ilikuwa liberation vile tunataka.
Yes.
What's going on here?
My young brother, I'm very honest with you. The Kenyan population, like this group we've coded to be named GenZs. They are GenZs who are very honest in their cause. In fact, the initial people who started the Gen Z movement, that age group, they are very honest with their cause. But now, if I might take a typical case like the previous demonstration, I can tell you it has been overtaken by other interested parties that are not Gen Zs. Like if you see, if you are very keen, we had almost, if not 3 but 4. We have the commercial demonstration unit. We had the shoppers who wants to go to shop without paying a penny. We have the political interest, and we have the real GenZs. Are you getting that? We have the politicians who want to take advantage over the same. We have the shoppers, those who wants to go for shopping without factoring a coin. We have the GenZs. Then we had the what? They had the commercial demonstrators. Now, if I might categorically tell you, when picketing starts, the one enshrined in our Constitution Article 37, you'll realize these people are very modest, they are very organized. Even if you see them, there are people who means well for anything. Are you getting that? But whenever the whole process progresses, there is where you'll realize there are people who are there because they are paid or they are looking for money from the diaspora. Then we have these political units, those who want to take the frustration of our young people to have a step forward. Then we have this other group. This other group is the most worst group. With them, they want chaos so that they can get things from the whole process. And these are the people looting our soaps. There are people who are destabilizing, people who've taken a lot of time to make their business empires. Then we have this political class who will always give vulgar information and pushes young people to go to the streets so that at the end of the day, they face the full wrath of the government law, then they capitalize on it. Like I might tell you, because I've been in this process for long, always I don't take part. I can only take the indirect part of advising my young brothers who are out to picket. Because picketing alone in the law, it is allowed. Like if you might just go overboard and check the way it happened in US, even though in Florida it was worse, but it wasn't beyond what we are seeing here. Like if I might tell you the previous one, I was really bothered because it happens I run a business family that makes me wake up as early as 4. When I was in a certain place like in Kangundo Road, there were forward vehicles taking young people to town as early as 5 in the morning, free of charge.
On demonstration day?
Yeah, demonstration day. Then I also have my personal business now, not a family business. My personal business. I have my employees staying in the pipeline and feather, that's Embakasi. Tasia and feather, and pipeline and Tasia in Embakasi. As early as 5, City Opa and City Sattel are taking young people to town free of charge. Now the biggest question here, who is having this interest to ensure that youths are ferried to town at no cost? Are you getting that? So what I'm saying, the one we are saying was a demonstration. This is not a demonstration. Demonstration is just a ploy being used to create instability in the country. But the real owners of the demonstration, those who means well and who wants to participate within the constitution, they are now negligible lot. They are being overtaken. Are you getting that? Yeah. And this is what is calling for, even if you get our young people talking in social media, there's no young person who says, let's go to demonstrate and loot. Let's not go to demonstration and maim others. They holistically pinpoint their challenges, and these challenges are the ones they are out to go and air.
On that day, eh?
Yes.
On that day of demonstration, kulikuwa na goons.
Yes.
Walikuwa wamebeba mikuki each and everywhere. Mbona tujaona government wakifanya prosecution among those people? Hata iongelewi.
Let me tell you, my friend, the government is always a mongrel. A government is a mongrel. Like the government of President William Ruto, like any other government before. These people, we have state actors and non-state actors. We even have state actors whose agenda is not holistically a government agenda. Like when you ask me, why is the government not taking charge? They cannot take charge because the people doing that are part of the government. Even if at one point it might not be flagged on by the government, but they participate because they come from the government. Are you getting that? Because if you are very keen, just take one of the clips and check where you'll get these young people, or these people with the clubs, these people you call goons. You'll get them going along with the police officers. Are you getting that? And nobody's out to do what? To honor that. And this is why sometimes I do say, let us learn to trail our bullet where it should be. When you now blanketly say all these things you take to Ruto, you are missing the point. We have a very lean way of how we can do our interrogation and investigate and know who is sponsoring these people. Like the previous government, even the Uru's government, we did see the same cases. But of course, they were being said they are business community. So these ones, I don't know where to classify them. Are you getting that? So as a people, that is what needs fidelity. We have to be civilized. And that's why sometimes picketing involves a certain program. Now, we have our memoranda or we have our notice we want to take to parliament. It has to be mapped out very clearly so that we avoid these people with ill motives infiltrating the demonstrators, the genuine demonstrators. Where do we come from and where do we end?
Right.
Yes.
Ukimalizia,
Yes.
hebu tuambie kuna Sabasaba inakuja.
Yes.
And what's all about Sabasaba? And tunafaa kuifanya aje?
Saba is just a memory of a movement like this one then. Are you getting that? Like today, we might decide to do something on 8th of August. So we can use this as a commemoration. Like let's say, for example, the June 25th. June 25th can be a renowned day to every Kenyan who will want to share compassionate with other Kenyans. So it might come up. So this is the same way we are talking about Sabasaba. It was an event that happened then, so it is a more or less of commemoration. Yes. But for the way I see it, I believe Kenyans, however much we learn slowly, we are going to improve. And I don't expect what happened the previous 25th is going to happen again. I think our young people are going to be a bit civilized. And over the same, I expect our police officers also to be disciplined. Right. Let them learn. These young people are their brothers, it's their sisters. The bigger community, let us own up and play part as the government. Let us not leave the whole of this thing to the police officers so that when our things are vandalized, we start blaming the government. You'll blame them, yes, but the fault once made, it is made, you cannot correct it.